Hey guys, welcome to Binge Time. This is a podcast about shows and movies.
In this episode, we're going to talk about the last season of You, the 4th season.
We want to thank you guys for tuning in and listening to this podcast episode.
I'm Cheyenne.
And I'm Nevaeh.
We want to thank Silver Sky for sponsoring our podcast.
First, I want to say, my mind is a little bit fuzzy because I watched the season as soon as it came out because you guys know I love this show so much. So I watched it all in one day and I don't regret it whatsoever. But it was a very interesting, to say the least, and my mind is a bit fuzzy, so Cheyenne's going to do most of the talking. I'm still going to add my 2 cents, of course, but I only remember like the main parts.
Okay, so let's think back. The first episode, he's in Paris. He followed his ex, Marianne, that he cheated with. And so he followed her there, and then, like, he's pretending to be a professor. And then he gets obsessed, again, the same old, with this new girl, Kate, whatever her last name is.
I'm sorry, guys, I hate her. Sorry. I don't like her. She's
feel
so
like
disrespectful, like, for no reason.
I feel like the women, like, after Gwen in Love, like,
yeah,
like Marianne. No, I just feel like he's not as obsessed as he was with them.
Yeah, like, he was killing people for them and, like...
He still killed people for them, but, like...
I know, but...
It wasn't as, like... Yeah,
I feel like it was different.
Like the obsession was so much more with Gwen and Love.
It was very intense with them.
Yes.
And, like, with the others, like, he still had an obsession, but it just wasn't as...
I just don't know, like, I didn't feel that they actually...
Yeah, because, like, Joe, he was very expressive when it came to the way he felt about Guinevere in Love, so it was, like... I don't know, I didn't feel the same when he was obsessed with Marianne and Kate. Like, I didn't feel the same.
And then Paco's mom's sister, I don't remember her name.
Yeah, she was there for, like, half an episode. Like,
yeah, I don't even know why they were together. Like, it was kind of stupid.
It was kind of dumb. But, I mean, he brought her in anyways just for a distraction, so...
Okay, so, yeah, they're in Paris. He's pretending to be a professor.
His name is...
Jonathan Moore. He's obsessed with her, and he's stalking her, of course, because he's a stalker and a murderer. Mm-hmm. And he sees her getting mugged. He goes and he saves her from these muggers. And so, like, whatever, she's like, you're weird and stuff. And she leaves, and then her boyfriend is, like, in his flat. And they're like, he's like, I want to... Yeah. And he's like, I want to... thank you for saving Kate. So he takes him to, like, this party or this club, and he meets all their rich friends. They're all messed up, like, they're alcoholics, drug addicts.
I mean, y'all know how Joe is. Like, Joe, he's like, I'm not like most guys, like, reading books and, like,
yeah.
Oh, so, like, he's, like, not a party person and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they make him drink and, like, whatever. And then he meets this guy, Reese Montrose. So he's at the party, he meets Reese, and then, like, they talk about their childhood and how it was crappy and stuff. And then he gets really drunk. Lady Phoebe, and she gives him absinthe, and he gets really drunk, and Malcolm takes him home. He wakes up, and he sees him on his kitchen table with a knife in his chest. And he's, like, trying to figure out, so he, like, takes care of the body, and he tries to figure out, like, who did it, and stuff.
And, like, why, like,
He's just trying to figure out who did it and, like, why they're trying to frame him. And then, like, he starts getting these messages from, like, this random thing. It was, like, an app that, like, the messages disappear after you see them or something. And, like, he just found it on his phone. So he just finds the app on there and he's like, what the heck? And he's, like, trying to figure out who it is. And they're like, I know your name's not Jonathan, Joe. And they're like, I'm gonna find out who you are and whatever. And then, he's asking people questions, but he's trying to, like, not be so, like, suspicious.
He doesn't want them.
Yeah, he doesn't want them thinking that he killed them. So, he's trying to figure that out. And, like, it was so boring.
It was very, like, dragged. I feel like they really dragged it.
It was so boring. I was like, oh my god. Like, I don't like Kate. She's just, like, I actually, like, I kind of liked her in the end, but, like,
the main part that I remember is, like, basically the entire season, like, Joe is thinking that Reese is, like, basically trying to mess up his life when Joe's trying to make it better. And also Nadia, which is one of the students that he teaches, is, like, she was, like, on to him.
Yeah, okay, because he was asking her questions, like, he was like, I'm, like, writing a book or whatever. And then he's, like, looks into Kate's apartment, and there's, like, police, and he's, like, trying to take care of the body. And he's scared that, like, she called the police and to, like, make a missing persons report, but he was like, it could just be about the mugging. And then he like,
he grinds.
I mean,
it
yeah,
up.
he like
It
cuts it up.
It was so
stuff.
disgusting, guys. Like,
And then he goes and he like threw it in the lake, and I was like, what are you doing? Like, how dumb is that?
Who grinds a body up and then throws it in a lake? Like, give it to the pigs.
Right. Give it to the pigs.
Literally.
Pigs, like, that's pretty smart. But he put it in trash bags and put it in the lake.
Like, you might as well just put the whole body in the lake.
You might as well just give yourself up. Like, go turn yourself
like,
in.
that's so dumb. Like,
Stupid.
It was so dumb.
And then he does that, and like,
what I remember is that like Nadia kept getting onto him. Basically, the entire like episode, like, he just like learns more about the new characters, like, and how weird they are, like how.
Yeah, he doesn't like
He's
them.
very observant.
Oh yeah, none of them like each other. Like,
they all are fake to each other.
Yeah. He thinks that somebody's trying to frame him. So like the person that's trying to frame him kills this one girl's brother. I can't remember her name, but like they killed her brother, and and then they have a dinner. Gemma, I don't remember her name is Gemma. She like pointed at him. She was like, people did start dying whenever you came around, and like he killed, or somebody else killed her. This one guy, Raul, he was trying to.
He was obsessed with Kate, right?
Yeah, he was obsessed with Kate too. He had really weird pictures of her and stuff, and like, you know, Joe found it.
Down bad,
yeah.
Kate,
And
even though I don't like her at all.
Kate and Joe, like, they already like had a little something going on. Okay, so Adam is Phoebe's boyfriend, and Phoebe broke up with Adam because Joe said that like Adam was hiding something, but that's only because they had to get her out of there so that they could like do something with Gemma's body, because Joe found Kate with it and they didn't want anybody else to think like she killed her.
Yeah, so he didn't really mean what he said, but I guess she actually took it as.
Yeah, because he had to get her out of there, so he was like, he's hiding something, you know, like just go talk to him. And so she like thought it was like something like sexual. She broke up with him because he thought that he was like more than her, and he got really upset about it. And then that Raul guy, he was like talking to him, and he was like, it's time to get Kate back, and like, you know, we're gonna kill Joe. They like got Joe and they brought him to like the other girls, these two girls. I don't remember their name, but it was the one that brothers died. And then there was this other girl. And they were like, he killed Malcolm and the brother and like whatever. And then they were like, and then he was like, no, I didn't, like, I'm innocent, whatever. And then, even though he's not innocent, he killed them. He knocks Adam out because Adam he like attacks him, so he knocks him out. And then he runs, and Raul's chasing him through the woods. And it is so corny. He's like, time to track down a peasant. and he walks with the gun, and it's like, oh my god. Like, I wanted to be done watching this season so bad.
It was like he was hunting him. It was really weird.
It was weird. Why did he say that? It's time to hunt a peasant.
Like, I don't know. This season makes you hate British people. Like, I mean, this one didn't. Like, hate is a strong word, but like, it just makes you dislike everyone. Like, everyone just keeps doing weird crap, and it's. Like,
I know, and Joe was just killing everybody, even if he doesn't know about it. Because, like, in the end, there's a plot twist that, like, Raul wasn't torturing him at all. It was him. Everything was him. He was just disassociating.
You mean Reese?
Reese, yeah, sorry.
I was like, Raul.
Reese was...
Raul was actually after him. But Reese...
Because while Raul was chasing him, like, Joe knocked him out, and then Reese came and he got the gun and he knocked Joe out, and then he brought him into this dungeon thing, and they were both
but Joe actually did all this himself.
Yeah,
like literally.
Joe did all of this.
All of them caused the fire.
Yeah,
like all of that.
He Reese was like, you know what? If you get out, I'll see you in London, because he wanted him to kill Reese. And, like, he wanted him to kill a bunch of people so that he could run for mayor and, like, win. So he, like, set a fire, and Joe's trying to get out. And then, like, he gets out, and Raul's like, wait, Joe, help me. And then he's going to leave, and he's like, So then he helps him, and like Kate goes out and she's like, I'm going to look for them, and then she finds them, and then they get out of there. Yeah, so that happened, and then like they leave, and Gemma's body burns with the house. They like there's like news about like the house burning up and stuff, and Gemma and everybody's upset about their friend. And so like Kate and Joe get together. She like gets him to meet her dad, and her dad is just like Joe basically.
He's like mega rich, super mega rich,
yes.
and not abusive physically.
Well, yeah, not physically,
but
neither
mentally.
Is Joe.
No, oh yeah.
Tom is like.
I thought we were talking about Joe's dad or something.
No, Tom is like he like literally everything Kate has done was him. Like he got her job, like he got like her boyfriends. It's everything is him. So like. He knew everything about Joe, and he was like, he made a museum in her name, and so she went to the bathroom, and he was like, so Joe, like, what happened to your wife, Love Quinn? And he was like, whatever, she was a very troubled woman, and he was like, yeah, did you kill her? And he was like, saying whatever, and then he said, have you ever killed anyone? And he was like, he got a little nervous, and he was like, what can you tell me about Reese Montrose? And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he was like, yeah, you do. And so then Joe thinks that he knows Reese, but he doesn't. And Tom is like, I need you to go kill Reese because, you know, something like, he's going to make things very hard for me politically. And so Joe is like, the perfect reason to get rid of you. His little like thoughts. He's like, the perfect reason to get rid of him. He, like, does that thing with his voice. And Joe and Tom meet in his library, and Tom is like, here's where you can find him. So Reese is in hiding, and so Joe goes to his house, and Reese opens the door, and he's like, I don't know you. And so he tries to close the door, but Joe gets in, and then Joe's like torturing him in the basement, and he's like, I don't know. He's like, tell me where Marianne is, because Reese had kidnapped Marion, but it was really Joe who did it. And then Reese is like, I don't know what you're talking about. And so he kills him because he thinks that Reese has been doing all this, but it's really Joe. But after Joe like kills him, he goes, he understands that like Reese is just in his mind and he's not actually like.
Yeah,
there.
And he jumps off of a bridge.
Which
I thought was the dumbest part of the entire franchise.
Yeah, so they like... He fell asleep because he wanted Reese to go away, and he's like saying, like he has to kill himself so that it'll stop it because he doesn't want to hurt anybody else. And Love is in his mind, and she's like, this is the only way. And like all the girls that he's murdered is like... telling him that he kills Tom. So he kills Kate's dad because she was like upset that he's controlling her entire life. And then so he kills Tom. He goes and he throws Reese over a bridge even after he's accepted the fact that like he's in his head. And then he jumps off a bridge, and then he survives. He's in the hospital.
Yeah, and basically they cover it up, and boom, it's on.
Yeah, and Kate and Joe like live together. They're not married, but like they're together, and they live a happy, rich life. We want to thank everyone for listening to this episode. We really hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next semester. Bye. Basically, this show was good until the end. Then it sucked.
Yeah.
Tune in next time in January when we come back for the second semester.
And what's
time? Binge time.
Woo! What's 4 + 4?
8.